This is the 50th anniversary of GMA, and as we mark GMA 50, we are celebrating another special anniversary. Exactly 12 years ago today, Robin returned to GMA after her stem cell transplant. Let's take a look.
12 years to this day, one I still remember so clearly. We marked my return to the anchor desk.
Hi, it's Robin, and I have been waiting 174 days to say this. Good morning, America.
174 days after receiving a stem cell transplant to help treat my diagnosis of MDS, a rare blood disorder that affects the marrow.
Faith, family, and friends have brought me to this moment, and I am so full of gratitude.
My sister Sally Ann, my donor,
Go, Sally, go!
giving me the gift of life.
It was the easiest thing in the world to be a donor, and I'm just so amazed at your strength.
But many are not as fortunate. 18,000 people each year are diagnosed with a disease that's best treated with a transplant. 12,000 of those patients will likely need an unrelated donor and must turn to registries like NMDP for their best chance at a cure. Time and time again, you have answered the call with a simple swab to save a life.
My mom always said, make your mess your message, and you all have helped me do that.
Like at my alma mater, Southeastern Louisiana.
All the enthusiasm that we're seeing.
And again, 10 years later, as we partnered with ABC-owned stations nationwide.
They showed up at 5 o'clock this morning, and they all got swabbed.
Your swabs offering hope for people like Joshua, who battles sickle cell and is still searching for his donor.
I just wanted people to go out and get their cheek swab. Just do it.
My own nephew Jeremiah sharing his story too. After first turning down the opportunity to be a donor when he was a teen, he'd have his own second chance to help save a life.
Those fears that you had the first time around, how are you feeling?
What I'm doing here versus what this person is going through, it's just incomparable.
You're a superhero. You're a superhero.
I'm trying to do the right thing for the second time.
We have the luxury of sitting here together as a family looking back because of that procedure. When we think about going through our lives every day, we don't even think about it, Robin. I don't know if you think about it every day, but looking back at it, it seems like yesterday.
If you notice, I could not look. I mean, it's very hard. I mean, I'm very grateful. Look, don't get me wrong, but it's difficult. I was looking at my nephew there as well. But I love being a walking, breathing symbol to folks that this too shall pass. That they can get to this point.
And remember that it was something that people really didn't know about or didn't understand until you just said, you know what, here's what I'm going through. I want to bring you on the journey. Let's go through some numbers since then. People have been moved to support, and there was a name change now. Now it's NMDP, formerly known as Be the Match. And because of that, in the last 12 years, the organization has received more than $2 million in financial gifts. More than 37,000 people have joined the registry. Wow. And you know, no doubt that when we do a show like this, people do it. They may not do it every day, but when we focus on it, they'll do it. And with 155 people donating their stem cells, that means 155 people have the luxury of sitting with their family just like we do today.
That is a luxury, and we have the pleasure of having an audience that's filled with heroes. You know, heroes, stem cell donors, who've all generously helped others.
Absolutely, and thank you guys. Thank you all for everything that you have done. We want to begin by telling some of your stories, starting with Jeremiah, Robin's beloved nephew.
That's my nephew, and you know, a family member is only a match like 30% of the time. So 70% of the time you need a stranger.
Someone from the outside.
Somebody from the outside. I was very fortunate that my sister, your mama, Sister Sally Ann, was a match. And I not only am proud of you for various reasons, but that your vulnerability in sharing the truth of your story. And the first time you were a teenager, because you said, Sally Ann, voluntold you to sign up. So what was your change of heart?
Yes, you know, apart from the mandatory suggestion that she gave, actually what it was is when you sign up for the registry, you give your contact information, and you also have to give other contact information, and so they actually called her. They didn't call me. And so what she did is she picked up the phone. I was upstairs. She said, son, you remember that thing you were supposed to do that you didn't do the first time? You're going to do it today. And I said, yes, mother, yes. Why, yes, I will. And I just ran downstairs, and I could not run fast enough. I just couldn't. And when they told me, hey, there's two, I don't care. I don't care what I have to do. Do you need an arm? Do you need a leg? Because I need to make up for what I did not do the first time. And so I'm just so happy that
it's
I could.
Scary.
But it's so good that you were very vulnerable like that, because that happens often. And so people need to know that when you sign up and you're on the registry, that it is a commitment, and it's one that you did follow through when you got older. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Yeah, thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate that. Megan, can you stand up
good
for
looking?
us?
He's good looking.
Good looking family, Robin. Good looking family. Hi, Megan.
But Megan, you were on the registry. You said you were motivated by watching Robin on GMA. So what is it about that inspired you?
Yes, it made it an easy yes when I was called. I signed up around the same time you were diagnosed, and it made it an easy yes as you were advocating throughout the years for people. And now I work at NMDP helping to save lives.
Wow. That's great. That's wonderful. That's great.
Thank you, Megan.
All right, so Alika. Hi, Alika.
She's from my alma mater.
Yes, I know that. Line up, Alika. And you joined Robin at your alma mater, Southeastern Louisiana University. You guys were at a swab drive.
Yes.
And then you met your recipient. What was that like?
That was an amazing experience, meeting Miss Keisha and Josiah. When I signed up, it took about 5 years for me to match. And when I did, I was a mother. My daughter wasn't even 1 year old. And it was a very easy decision for me to make, especially as a mom, because when I looked at Carrington, I'm like, if someone called and said that this was, you know, if it was my child who was ill, I wish someone would do the same for her. So it was actually an honor and a privilege to be able to do that and experience it.
Thank you.
So glad you could do
so
it.
much.
Let's bring in Catrice. Catrice, please stand up. Tell us about the little girl who inspired you.
So growing up, I had a childhood friend whose sister had sickle cell. And when I went to college, I saw the former Be the Match table, and I signed up and really forgot about it. 9 years later, I got a call about a little girl named Kelsey. I love her so much, and she was the same age as my sister, 13, 12 at the time, 13 now. And it was literally like, I have to do this, because if this was my sister, I would want somebody to do this for me. So it was an easy yes. The process was amazing, and I would do it again.
That's wonderful.
Catrice, when people like you stand up and tell your story, it makes it like easier for me to see myself, and I think other people, as saying, I'm going to sign up and I'm going to do the swab, and I'm going to be a donor. We talked with some of you guys, and some have met your match or your, you know, who you donated to before, but not everybody. Did you meet?
I have not met Kelsey yet.
No?
No.
Well, why don't we fix that right now?
Let's do it.
Because I think Kelsey's here, and I think she's with her mom, Ebony.
Oh my God, New York, honey!
Oh, well, and she has something for you.
Oh my God, I love you.
I met my What does it mean, Mama? What does it mean to meet this mother who did something for your daughter like that?
Oh my goodness, it's just, it restores faith in humanity to do something so selfless for a stranger. God is so good. It's amazing to meet her, finally.
And for you to see the face.
Literally, we were just talking yesterday about meeting, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna set something up." I did not know that. Oh my goodness, this is literally amazing, because I get to see, like, in the flesh, the impact that.
And she's the same age as your family member that inspired you.
Who had sickle cell, as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you, guys.
Y'all
That's
are amazing.
We can celebrate you the whole rest of the morning. Let's stay on that for a minute. Thank
We're going to
you
need
all
2
so
more
much
chairs.
for coming
You guys
home.
go ahead.
Come on up here. Come up here. Come up here. Come up here. And you can tell George how people can.
Everybody, you can find out more about saving a life by registering with NMDP by scanning the QR code on your screen right there. You can also go to our website.